IUPUI really gave me so many opportunities, not just to learn about what it meant to be a doctor, but to get the experience that I needed to apply to medical school when I was ready. So I started with research, actually through the Lilly Family School of Philanthropy during my freshman year, where I really got to just pick up the basics of what it meant to investigate a hypothesis and take part in working with participants and learn about research ethics. And then during my sophomore year, I took part in the Life Health Sciences internship. I worked with Goodman Campbell Brain and Spine, which is the neurosurgical group here in Indianapolis and in the rest of Indiana, where I got to collaborate with some of the physicians in that office, and I got to learn about traumatic brain injury and how it affects patients. And then I worked at Eskenazi's clinic with patients with HIV during my junior and senior year, looking at the connection between depression and cardiovascular outcomes. And then during that time, I was also able to shadow a pediatric cardiologist at Riley during my junior year. So I kind of got to see that connection between seeing how depression affected cardiovascular outcomes in that population, and also seeing how cardiovascular outcomes are evaluated in pediatric populations. All those experiences really solidified for me that I wanted to both be a doctor and practice in clinic and do research. So now I'm an MD PhD student at IU School of Medicine. And again, I just got so many opportunities to see what that was like while I was still an undergrad before I decided to go into medical school. My advice would just be to take all the opportunities that you can. There are really endless opportunities here at IUPUI, especially specifically through the School of Science. I know that I received opportunities all the time to take part in research, whether that be with professors that I specifically had in class, or professors at local hospitals who did their research, who were just looking for School of Science students to come and join their projects. I think also just exploring things, because it's really hard to know what you're going to be passionate about until you get in and you get a chance to try it. Which is really great about this campus. You know, there's so many hospitals where you can go and see what doctors do. There are so many different research labs where you can try different types of research to see what you like. And even outside of the academics, I think just exploring the opportunities of the extracurriculars. So in undergrad, I was really involved in fundraising for research, and that gave me a whole other insight into what research was and what being a physician was all about. I think my advice would just be, don't be scared to try new things and to be the first person to sort of raise your hand and get into it.